Minister Modi at the 16th BRICS Summit says there is no place for double standards on terrorism and terror financing. PM Modi and Chinese President Xi Jinping all set to hold their first bilateral meeting in 5 years. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra makes her electoral debut, files nomination from Wayanad for Lok Sabha by-polls. Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai writes to Union Environment Ministry seeking a meeting to approve cloud seeding amid worsening pollution in the state of Delhi. Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu announces Deepam scheme to give free gas cylinders to eligible women. The owner's son and contractor arrested in Bengaluru building collapse case. 6 people were killed in the incident. Odisha and West Bengal brace for severe cyclonic storm Dana. People are being evacuated. Educational institutions have been closed. Justin Trudeau-led government leaked sensitive information on India to the Washington Post for days ahead of Canadian police briefing on Nijjar case, says reports. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets US Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Jerusalem to discuss the Gaza situation. Good afternoon. You're watching News9 Live. I'm Shweta Kothari. At the close of the plenary session of the 16th BRICS Summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasized on the importance of dialogue and diplomacy over war, stating that just as BRICS countries successfully tackled challenges like COVID-19 together, they're equally capable of creating new opportunities for a secure, strong and prosperous future. He also called for global regulations on cybersecurity and safe and secure artificial intelligence. Prime Minister Modi stressed on the need for united efforts to combat terrorism and terror financing, rejecting any double standards on the critical issue. He highlighted the importance of preventing youth radicalization and urged collaboration on the Comprehensive Convention on International Terrorism at the UN. He also expressed India's openness to welcome new countries as BRICS partner countries, emphasizing that such decisions should be made unanimously with respect for the views of founding BRICS members. He added that guiding principles, standards, criteria and procedures established at the Johannesburg summit should be followed by all members and partner countries. Prime Minister Modi underscored the importance of timely reforms in global institutions like the UN Security Council, multilateral development banks and the WTO, cautioning that BRICS should aim to reform these institutions and not replace them. And Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday said that more than 30 countries have expressed desire to join the BRICS alliance and added that the process of forming a multipolar world is underway. In his opening remarks, the Russian president highlighted that it was for the first time that the BRICS summit is also being held in an expanded format, as it was the Russian presidency's motto to strengthen multilateralism for equitable global development and security. The Russian president maintained that the leaders will also discuss the implementation of two important decisions of the previous summit in Johannesburg, the deepening of financial cooperation within BRICS and the further expansion of the organization. Putin stated that it would be fair to say that BRICS includes like-minded people, sovereign countries representing different continents, development models, religions, original civilizations and cultures, with all member states advocating equality, good neighborhood and mutual respect for all member states. Now, besides Putin, Prime Minister Modi, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Iranian President Masoud, Chinese President Xi Jinping, UAE President and Ethiopian Prime Minister, as well as South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, Brazilian Foreign Minister, held the day's first engagement, a summit meeting in a restricted format. Also present at the meeting were Russian Foreign Minister, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and several other key BRICS officials. Now, before the start of the meeting, a joint photo session of the heads of the delegation of the BRICS countries also took place. And on your screens, of course, visuals and the photo op of all head of the states of the member countries of BRICS nation. We are given to understand that the first meeting has already concluded. The BRICS summit currently happening in Kazan in Russia has seen the presence of all member states, including Prime Minister Modi, who spoke earlier and talked about need to tackle global terrorism. Prime Minister of India said we support dialogue and diplomacy over war. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is currently in Russia to attend the 16th BRICS Summit. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra filed her nomination from Wayanad constituency, marking her electoral debut after years of being in political life. Now, Priyanka Gandhi was accompanied by her whole family as she filed her nomination. This included Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and her husband Robert Vadra and son Raihan Vadra. Before filing her nomination papers, Priyanka held a roadshow and a rally in Wayanad. At the rally, Priyanka Gandhi said that it was her privilege to contest from Wayanad and be a part of the Wayanad family.
That moved my brother to walk 8,000 kilometers across India to conduct his yatra for love and unity. He could not have done that without your support. My sisters and brothers, you stood by my brother when the whole world was turning its back on him. You gave him your strength and you gave him courage to keep fighting. My whole family will always remain indebted to you. We will always be grateful to you for this support. I know he is sad to leave you, and I have promised that I will only strengthen.
All right, let's now cut across to Kazan, where Prime Minister Modi is currently addressing the BRICS Summit.
अनेक उपलब्धियां हासिल की हैं। मुझे विश्वास है कि आने वाले समय में यह संगठन वैश्विक चुनौतियों का सामना करने के लिए और अधिक प्रभावी माध्यम बनकर के उभरेगा। फ्रेंड्स, मैं न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक के अध्यक्ष हर एक्सेलेंसी दिल्मा रूसेफ का अभिनंदन करता हूं। पिछले 10 वर्षों में यह बैंक ग्लोबल साउथ के देशों के विकास के लिए महत्वपूर्ण विकल्प के रूप में उभर रहा है। भारत के गिफ्ट सिटी के साथ साथ अफ्रीका तथा रूस में रीजनल सेंटर्स के खुलने से इस बैंक की गतिविधियों को बल मिला है और लगभग $35 बिलियन के डेवलपमेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स सैंक्शन किए गए हैं। एनडीबी को डिमांड ड्रिवन सिद्धांत पर काम करते रहना चाहिए और बैंक का विस्तार करते हुए लॉन्ग टर्म फाइनेंशियल सस्टेनेबिलिटी, हेल्दी क्रेडिट रेटिंग और मार्केट एक्सेस सुनिश्चित करने पर प्राथमिकता रहनी चाहिए। फ्रेंड्स, नए स्वरूप में ब्रिक्स $30 ट्रिलियन से भी ज्यादा बड़ी इकोनॉमी है। हमारे आर्थिक सहयोग को बढ़ाने में ब्रिक्स बिजनेस काउंसिल और ब्रिक्स विमेन बिजनेस अलायंस की विशेष भूमिका रही है। इस वर्ष ब्रिक्स के अंदर WTO रिफॉर्म्स, ट्रेड फैसिलिटेशन इन एग्रीकल्चर, रेजिलियंट सप्लाई चेन्स, ई कॉमर्स और स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन को लेकर जो सहमति बनी है, उससे हमारे आर्थिक सहयोग को बल मिलेगा। इन सब पहलों के बीच हमें स्मॉल और मीडियम स्केल इंडस्ट्री के हितों पर भी फोकस करना चाहिए। मुझे खुशी है कि 2021 में भारत की अध्यक्षता के दौरान प्रस्तावित ब्रिक्स स्टार्टअप फोरम इस वर्ष लॉन्च किया जाएगा। भारत द्वारा दिया गया रेलवे रिसर्च नेटवर्क का इनिशिएटिव भी ब्रिक्स देशों के बीच लॉजिस्टिक्स और सप्लाई चेन कनेक्टिविटी बढ़ाने में अहम भूमिका निभा रहा है। इस साल ब्रिक्स देशों में यूनिडो के साथ मिलकर इंडस्ट्री 4.0 के लिए स्किल्ड वर्कफोर्स तैयार करने पर बनी सहमति बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। 2022 में लॉन्च किया गया ब्रिक्स वैक्सीन R&D सेंटर सभी देशों की स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा बढ़ाने में मदद कर रहा है। हमें डिजिटल हेल्थ में भारत का सफल अनुभव ब्रिक्स पार्टनर्स के साथ साझा करने में खुशी होगी। फ्रेंड्स, क्लाइमेट चेंज हमारी साझी प्राथमिकता का विषय रहा है। रूस की अध्यक्षता में ब्रिक्स ओपन कार्बन मार्केट पार्टनरशिप के लिए बनी सहमति का स्वागत करता है। भारत में भी ग्रीन ग्रोथ, क्लाइमेट रेजिलिएंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और ग्रीन ट्रांजिशन पर विशेष रूप से बल दिया जा रहा है। इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस, कोएलिशन फॉर डिजास्टर रेजिलिएंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, मिशन लाइफ यानी लाइफस्टाइल फॉर एनवायरमेंट, एक पेड़ मां के नाम जैसे इनिशिएटिव लिए गए हैं। पिछले वर्ष COP28 के दौरान हमने ग्रीन क्रेडिट जैसे महत्वपूर्ण पहल की शुरुआत की। मैं ब्रिक्स पार्टनर्स को इन इनिशिएटिव से जुड़ने के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं। ब्रिक्स के सभी देशों में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के निर्माण पर विशेष रूप से बल दिया जा रहा है। भारत में मल्टी मॉडल कनेक्टिविटी को तेजी से बढ़ाने के लिए हमने गति शक्ति पोर्टल बनाया है। इससे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर विकास के लिए इंटीग्रेटेड प्लानिंग और इम्प्लीमेंटेशन में मदद मिली है और लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट कम हुई है। हमारे अनुभव आप सभी के साथ साझा करने में हमें खुशी होगी। फ्रेंड्स, ब्रिक्स देशों के बीच फाइनेंशियल इंटीग्रेशन बढ़ाने के लिए प्रयासों का हम स्वागत करते हैं। पर से क्रॉस बॉर्डर पेमेंट से हमारा आर्थिक सहयोग सुदृढ़ होगा। भारत द्वारा बनाया गया यूनिफाइड पेमेंट्स इंटरफेस यानी UPI भारत की एक बहुत बड़ी सक्सेस स्टोरी है। इसे कई देशों में अपनाया गया है। पिछले वर्ष हिज हाइनेस शेख मोहम्मद के साथ मिलकर हमने इसे UAE में भी लॉन्च किया। अन्य ब्रिक्स देशों के साथ भी इसमें सहयोग किया जा सकता है। फ्रेंड्स, भारत ब्रिक्स के अंतर्गत सहयोग बढ़ाने के लिए पूरी तरह से प्रतिबद्ध है। हमारी विविधता और मल्टीपोलरिटी में हमारा दृढ़ विश्वास हमारी ताकत है। हमारी यही ताकत और मानवता में साझा विश्वास हमारी भावी पीढ़ी के समृद्ध और सशक्त भविष्य को सार्थक रूप देने में सहयोग होगा। आज की बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण एवं उपयोगी चर्चाओं के लिए मैं सभी का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। ब्रिक्स के अगले अध्यक्ष के रूप में मैं राष्ट्रपति लूला को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। भारत आपकी ब्रिक्स अध्यक्षता की सफलता के लिए अपना पूरा सहयोग देगा। एक बार फिर राष्ट्रपति पुतिन और सभी लीडर्स का बहुत धन्यवाद।
Спасибо, господин премьер-министр. Мы все говорим о необходимости обеспечить высокие темпы экономического роста. Как раз удается. С этими результатами 2,5% роста. Это пример для многих из нас. И спасибо за ваши инициативы. Благодарю вас.
Of course, as the Prime Minister addressing the BRICS Summit, he talks about BRICS being a solid $30 billion economy. The combination of all 10 member countries talked about BRICS vaccine, the need for resilience towards climate change, the BRICS Bank and the infrastructure development efforts in collaboration with all member BRICS nations, the multimodal connectivity that India is building. He also talked about cross-border payments and the UPI system, India's very own homegrown united payments interface, which has now been adopted by the UAE, now a member of the BRICS nation. Talks about financial stability and cooperation and the diversity and plurality of BRICS that makes it a solid bloc to be relied on.
16वें ब्रिक्स समिट की
And we're, of course, getting you all the details from BRICS in Kazan in Russia, where it's currently ongoing. Prime Minister addressed that gathering. He will be meeting President Xi Jinping very soon. We'll get you all the details here on News9 Live.
Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji.
A warrior so brave he'll forever be hailed. Maharashtra,
Maharashtra is a hit.
Maharashtra tourism.
For the very first time in our investigation, we unmasked the killer of Ravindra Matre.
5G and in 6G we have to lead the world.
Winning a Grammy was an absolutely surreal experience.
Joe Biden is not going to be.
Kamala Harris, she's experienced, she's tough, she's capable.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds, predators. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
I am the one saving democracy.
He has tapped into the fear and anxiety about demographic change in the US.
This polarization in the United States. Some people are even suggesting that there could be a civil war.
You are this unable to solve your own domestic problems. You have no right to claim to be anybody else in the world. And we're moving into a multipolar world where the United States will not lead.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
Welcome back. A day after the multi-storied building under construction collapsed in Bengaluru due to heavy rain, leading to death of 6 people, the police on Wednesday have now arrested owner's son and took into custody a contractor. The arrested have been identified as Bhuvan Reddy, son of Muniraja Reddy, under whose name the building was being constructed. The contractor Muniappa, who built 4 floors, has also been taken into custody. Rescue operations are currently underway at the site. Sniper dogs and disaster support teams are on site trying to assess any signs of life amid the debris of the collapsed building. Heavy rains is suspected to be the reason behind the 6-story building collapse in northern Bengaluru. The 6-story under construction building collapsed in North Bengaluru around 4 p.m. on Tuesday. The authorities reported that the construction was of poor quality and that the owner did not have permission to build 6 floors. The civic agency had only granted permission for 4 floors, but they said that the owner proceeded to construct 6.
Yes, it is a very strange. I am very sorry for that. I think yesterday night I have visited this one, and from tomorrow, wherever the entire Bangalore, I have already instructed, wherever there is construction activities going on, without any proper license, proper plan approval, all those things will be stopped. It will be looked. All the foundations, we are coming out to bring a guidelines that whatever anyone, including who have taken the license, they should also have their building well certified, occupancy certificate, everything before the use, construction, the piling, everything has to be looked at by the engineers technically.
So was the collapse because of incessant rainfall, or was it because
it is not on water rain. It is on the bad quality of putting the pillar, not according to my technical team. They feel that the proper iron rods have not been there, proper foundation was not been there. That is why it has happened. And about 7 floors, it was not eligible to construct in a small area. We are taking for Congress. The government is filing a case on everyone. It may be including the official, the contractor and the landowner, whoever may be responsible for this, all will be under the law.
Visuals, of course, on your screens right now, where the rescue effort is currently on to identify any signs of life and rescue people from under the debris which has been collected as a result of that 6-story building collapsing in northern Bengaluru. 6 people are dead, 3 are feared to be still trapped under the debris. The latest visuals, of course, coming in from that building collapse there on your screens right now. Rescue teams are currently operating to ensure that any person surviving under the debris is rescued in a time-bound fashion. The government in Karnataka currently also trying to ascertain the cause. The preliminary report there stating that it was the construction quality of the building under question which led to its collapse after heavy rainfall inundated Bengaluru. The owner had permission to build 4 floors. He ended up building 6 floors for which there was no permission granted or sought. Remember, this multi-storied construction building collapsed in Bengaluru due to heavy rains, leading to death of 8 people now. We're given to understand 8 dead bodies have now been taken off and out of that debris. There have been 2 arrests made, one of the owner of the building and then his son, as well as the contractor who built the building. The arrested have been identified as Bhuvan Reddy, under whose name the building was being constructed, and the contractor of the building, Muniappa, who built the 4 floors, have also been now taken into custody. The 2 men are currently in custody. Rescue operation is still on the way. Sniper dogs, disaster support teams have been scrambled. They're trying to assess whether there is any sign of life amid the debris collapse. Heavy rains is suspected to be the reason behind the collapse of the building, but it's also the construction of the building under question that will be investigated. My colleague Bajiullah was at the site of the destruction. Let's quickly listen in.
Well, Bengaluru rains have created havoc in the city, and we are at one such spot where close to 5 people have lost their life because of the building collapse that took place. This is Babu Sapalya near Horamavu at Hennur, and right now what you can see is how the NDRF team and the SDRF team, who are both together working at this particular building site where an under construction building collapsed last night because of the heavy rainfalls, and from what we've learnt so far is that 5 people have lost their life in this particular incident. There were close to 17 people inside this building, out of which 13 of them have been rescued, 5 of them have lost their life, and the NDRF teams believe that 3 more people are still believed to be trapped inside this particular spot from where we are right now reporting. Right now, as you can see, the JCB is working over here, trying to break through the rubble that is there, the construction that is there, and the shoddy work that we've learnt from the authorities. Let us try to go closer to the construction site to give you a clearer view. We were on top of an opposite building from where we've been giving you this report. As you can see, everyone from the surrounding areas have come to see this place, and this is how the site has become. For now, what we know is this, where we are is the opposite building where most of the reporters and rescue teams are sitting. Materials used in this building were very shoddy, of low quality, and that is why it is crumbling the minute anything touches it. On top of that, the pillars that were used in this were smaller compared to what the pillars should be. And also we've learned now is that an FIR has been registered against the owner of this particular building, an FIR against him and the contractor who was involved in. The owner is believed to be somebody from Andhra who stays in Malleshwaram area, and it is supposed to be his plot. But from what we understand is such illegal constructions taking place in Bengaluru is not something new. It has been very normal. We've seen in the past also a lot of illegal construction work taking place, but this one has believed to have caused lives, and it had happened because of the rains that Bengaluru has been seeing for the last 4 days. Right now also, as we speak, the operation is underway. You can see how the JCB is finding it difficult to cut through this rubble, because there's a lot of rubble that is over here. So it is an operation that is ongoing, and it will continue till the evening, till they find 3 more people. So far 17 of them were inside is what we were told. 12 of them have been rescued, 5 of them have lost their life in this tragic incident at Babu Sapalya from where we are reporting. You can see how the JCB is trying to break in through these walls and everything. They're trying to break the entire construction so that they can get through to the other 3 people. We still have no idea whether they are alive or not, but we believe, let's hope that they are alive.
Well, we do have an idea about those 3 people. There are no more. A total of 8 people have now died as a result of that building collapse in Bengaluru. Time now for a short break. We'll be back in just a bit.
Cooking is an act of love. The first act of love you receive from our mothers in the families.
Modern Indian food is all about contemporary and innovative approach to traditional Indian cooking.
The presentation it's also important,
want to wear this white coat every day and then be a chef.